Hey guys, in this video, I want to discuss the advantages of advanced forms. So, till now, we have seen basic forms and what they are used for, how to use them, etc. There is something called as an advanced form as well. It gives a better user experience as well as more interactive experience whenever you're filling a form inside the portal. Now, let's take a use case where we might have to use an advanced form. For example, we have the student entity, and I want to project this entity into the portals so that people can register. So best way to do that is using a forms. So let's say if I create a new student here, as you can see, there are three tabs. One is general where a few student details are filled, and then the teacher preference, and then the budget range. So, but if we project this, if we create a basic form and try to project this in the portal, let's see how it will look. So I'll go to the portal editor page and I'll select a basic form. I've already created a basic form for this, which is basic form test, and the form layout is a portal form, mode is insert, and rest of the settings are there. It is already saved, so I'll go ahead and sync the configuration. Now if I go click on the browse website button, let's see how the website will look like. So here the details from all the tabs are being shown like this, which does not look good at all. So to avoid this, what we'll have to do is we'll have to create an advanced form. So how do we create an advanced form? It's simple. So in the settings itself, there is something called as an advanced form. This is the advanced form which I have already created. I'll run you through it. So the name is advanced form registration, and the website I've given our training portal. And here we'll have to select the first step of the form. What is the start step or the first step? I'll discuss later. Here I've selected authentication required as no, and I've given normal settings for the rest of the stuff. And here in the progress indicator, this is where it makes it more interactive. So here type I've selected as progress bar. You can select title where the titles of the various tabs will be shown as in when you fill the details. You can show it in numeric steps as in step 1, step 2, step 3, or you can show a progress bar. I have selected a progress bar and I've positioned at the top. You can position it at the bottom as well. So I'll click save, and immediately after you do this, we'll have to go to the advanced form steps. So what are these form steps? So whatever needs to be filled in a form, I've tried to break them into steps, and the first step will be filling the general tab of the student entity. If you see this general tab needs to be filled first. So I've created a new step called student details, and if I go here, you can see the form is already there here, and then here I've selected the type as a load tab and the target entity as student entity, and then I'll disable the table permissions here, and I'll click on save. And in the form definitions, this is a mandatory tab that needs to be filled. Here the mode is insert because we are using the portal for registration, so the user should be able to come there and insert or create a new record for registering themselves. And the form name is portal form, tab name is general, this is where I've specified here, and that is all the details I'll be giving for now, and then I'll click on save. Now this is the first step which I've given, and the second step is I need to fill in teacher preference also. So this is the second step I've given, and here also I'll fill the same details, and then in the form definition also I'll select the teacher preference tab. The third one is the budget, and I'll give the same details. But here you might ask a question, when will we know which step will come first or what will happen? So this is where in the general tab here starting step we have determined as student details. So if I go into student details here, it will ask for the next step, which is the teacher preference in our case. So that's how it will show you which step will come when. And here I want to talk about one more additional point. So for example, here we have all these details, and in the tab we have something called as a condition. So what is a condition? So if I select a condition, I can actually do a branching of the steps. For example, in the student entity here, I can give a field that says that do you want to fill the teacher preference details and only if the user selects yes, then he will be redirected to the teacher preference page. Otherwise, he will be redirected to the budget range directly. So that also is configurable here and completely. I just need to go to the condition tab and then give the condition. So that is one of the biggest advantages of the advanced form. So now that we have given all the details here, I'll click on save and close, and I will go to this place here. So I'll remove the basic form which we have created, I'll delete it, and I'll try to insert the advanced form. But here when I try to insert, you might notice that there is no option for advanced form, directly inserting it. This is a major drawback and it might be fixed soon, but right now how we can insert an advanced form here is, we'll have to go to the source code and see where this normal form is being inserted. If I scroll down here, as you can see in this particular division, there is something called as entity form name, and there's nothing here because we haven't selected anything. So here we'll have to change this a little. So instead of entity form, I'll say web form. So web form was the old name of this form, advanced form. Now it's called the advanced form. Previously it was called the web form. And then I'll give the name, and there you go. As you can see, now we have modified this as a web form, and then I'll click on save. So as you can see, the web form has been inserted. Now I'll just click on sync configuration and then we can browse the website. So when I click on browse the website, as you can see, it will only ask me the required details. First, it will show me the first tab, and here the progress bar is at 0. So I'll just name it as test student advanced 10, and the age 45, gender male, qualification MBA. And then I'll click on next. As you can see, 33% is complete. Why? Because there are 3 tabs and we have completed 1 tab. What sort of a teacher would you prefer? I'll just select as JavaScript expert, and I'll click on next. Now as you can see, the progress bar has improved and now it's 66%. How much are you willing to pay? I'll just select as 1000 rupees and then I'll click on submit. Since we haven't specified any step after that, this will be submitted successfully and the record will be created. If I go to student record page, test student advanced 10, see all the details are filled here. So this is how you use a advanced form. It basically makes the user experience more interactive. You have way more features in this. Once you start exploring, you'll realize that there are a lot of features in this that are not present in the basic form.